What's going on, neighbors? It's your boy DJ. I want to welcome y'all back to another exciting episode of Pure Quality Canines. Home, if you didn't know, of the awesome Americana Depressor. Y'all right here, right now in the backyard with the dogs, man. Appreciate y'all coming through. Check us out, see what we got going on, man. I got a message I wanted to drop to y'all. Y'all almost didn't get this message today, y'all, because I've been out here earlier and I said, you know what, before I get on this camera, let me go ahead and clean up the yard, y'all. So if you notice, man, I got 1, 2, 3. Y'all got 3 piles of leaves. Y'all been out here raking up leaves and cleaned up the yard, got all the mess up, filled up water buckets, y'all. Your boy's tired, but at the same time too, y'all, I'm not gonna miss a chance to go ahead and update y'all on what we got going on. Now today I actually got some good news and some bad news I want to share with y'all. So do me a favor real quick, y'all. If y'all want to hear the bad news first, hit that like button. If y'all want to hear the good news first, leave a comment in the comment section, good news. I'm gonna give y'all a second. All right, now that we got that out the way, y'all, I believe for the most part, man, most people want to hear the bad news first, y'all, so we're gonna go ahead and start with that. Man, if y'all notice, behind me right now, 2 things, y'all. Pretty girl, and behind Pretty Girl's an empty cage, y'all. And if y'all remember who used to stay in that cage, her brother that wasn't too long back on the yard, Pretty Boy, y'all. Pretty Boy is officially gone. He was actually picked up last night by a guy who contacted me, who's been a subscriber, watching the channel for a while, y'all. So he knew the history on that boy, Pretty Boy, what I've been going through, the work I've been putting in with him. Because I think I've been pretty upfront, y'all, about the issues I've been having with that boy. So anybody contacted me, because I dang sure didn't have him on the market, y'all, per se for sale, but you know, I've been trying to work with him, and that might have been an option. If I was to get him to a certain point, I was going to look at rehoming him, y'all. But at the same time, I've had people, like I said, man, I've been pretty upfront about the issues with the boy, been contacting me, liking him, and still wanting him, y'all. So with that being said, man, the guy contacted me, man, told me he was a OTR driver over the road. He's actually from New Jersey, y'all, but yesterday he was coming down to North Carolina, New Bern, North Carolina, to drop off a load, y'all. So he was like, you know what, I'm down your way. Let me come on by, pick up that boy, Pretty Boy, y'all. He didn't say come see him, y'all. He already made up in his mind he wanted to pick that boy, Pretty Boy, up. So, of course, in the messages, you know, I've been telling him, you know, what I've been working with, the issues with him. You know, he pretty much let me know, you know, I already know what time it is. I want to work with him, y'all. Pretty Boy, y'all, ain't nothing wrong with that boy. I believe he's going to make a good dog, y'all, but he's kind of what I call a project. A project ain't for everybody. This guy right here, man, when he pulled up, y'all, pretty much on the main road, y'all, real talk, he pulled up in an 18-wheeler, y'all, right on the street, hopped out. And that morning, he had called, y'all. So during the day, man, I took Pretty Boy out on the street, took him around the block a couple times, walking that boy. At the same time, y'all, I had some treats, so I was practicing leading him, y'all, by giving him some treats and having him follow me, y'all. He did really real good, y'all, during the daytime. So I was still kind of apprehensive, y'all. At the end of the day, man, when he came up, I was going to present him to Pretty Boy, let him check him out. If he didn't want the boy for any reason, y'all, no skin off my back, it was going to be all right with me. But he pulled up, y'all, and amazingly enough, man, when he got out, y'all, one of the good things, he already was prepared, y'all. So he already had some snacks in his pocket, man. He came out with some dog treats. When he presented the treat, y'all, it's 7:30 at night, man. I was expecting Pretty Boy to be barking and pretty, you know, kind of apprehensive. You know, he walking up on the front yard, man. Pretty Boy went right to him, y'all. You know, I really believe, y'all, man, it was a good situation that boy's in right now. My man, you know what I mean? He seemed pretty straightforward, good dude. And like I say, man, he's an OTR driver. He wanted a dog that could be on the road with him, ride in the truck with him. And lucky Pretty Boy found out real quick what type of life he's gonna have. Like I said, my man pulled up in that 18-wheeler, man, and pulled off with him. So Pretty Boy ain't here no more, y'all. Unfortunately, y'all, but I really believe he's going to a good home now up in New Jersey. I talked to my man. I got all his information. He's going to keep me updated on that boy, y'all. So, man, fingers crossed. We'll definitely hear more about him, y'all. But as of now, Pretty Boy is no longer, y'all. No longer with us, man. But on to bigger and better things, y'all. On to bigger and better things. Now, with that being said, the good news, y'all. Let's go to the good news. I believe that's all the bad news. Let me think. Yeah, that's all the bad news. All the bad news out the way, y'all. So let's get to the good news now, man. Some of y'all probably already know I've been watching my live yesterday or watching my shorts, man. Molly, y'all. Molly officially had her puppies yesterday, y'all. Same day that Pretty Boy left. She started early that morning having puppies, maybe around 3, 4 in the morning. And let me tell y'all a little something about that. Interesting enough, y'all. If y'all watched my last video, I kind of made some comments. My last video, I was putting that laying hay, that straw off in their cages, y'all, getting ready for that winter storm, that fake that we thought was going to come through. So it was going to be cold. So made a video, y'all, filling their cages up. And I kind of hinted at, if y'all remember that video, that Molly might be any day now. Matter of fact, she might start tonight, y'all. And I kind of said something about, with me putting all the hay in there, making her a little more comfortable, she might be inclined to have the puppies earlier. Because, y'all, we pretty much had her scheduled to have the puppies another day or two, y'all. She was right around the same time, but another day or two, y'all. So, and this is another thing, too, y'all, a reminder. I'm the type of person at my age, I done already learned in life, man, to always go with your first mind. If your third eye, if your conscience is telling you something, man, it's telling you something for a reason. You know what I mean? Especially if that reason ain't going to hurt you, but could help you, man, always go with it, y'all. So my conscience was telling me, and I said during that video, man, I ought to go ahead and take her in tonight because she might just start having them puppies 3, 4 in the morning, y'all. Dang, if I didn't come back, my words didn't come back to bite myself in the tongue, y'all. I did not take that girl in, and dang if she didn't start having them puppies about 3, 4 in the morning, y'all. So I didn't know now, y'all. It was unbeknownst to me. But that morning, about 7 in the morning, my kids getting up, getting ready for school, y'all. I hear a little commotion. I go out in the backyard. My son, he yelling like Paul Revere. Molly's having her puppies. I'm seeing my daughter. She was already in the cage with her, y'all. Molly had started sometime during that night having puppies, y'all. When we had got to her that morning, she had already had 4 pups. So grabbed her up real quick, took her in the house to her whelping box that we already had prepared for her, y'all. Already prepared for her, y'all. But me not listening to my first mind, kept her outside, y'all. She had us do it, started by herself, y'all, but she did a good job. Had dug a little hole, man. As y'all know, a lot of time when a female's about to have puppies, she does what she called nesting, y'all, and she'll start digging out a hole, y'all. She actually did not start having the puppies, or didn't take the puppies inside her doghouse, y'all. She dug a hole on the side, y'all, and that's actually where she was laying at on the puppies, y'all, giving birth. So that goes to show, man, how good of a mother Molly is, because that natural instinct kicked in, man. A lot of times with these dogs, we done domesticate them so much. A lot of them things don't have that nature in them still to do what they supposed to do, y'all. But a good dog, man, and even if your dog's not an outside dog, if it's an inside dog, man, and it can't dig a hole, it should still maybe on its pillow or some type of cover you got for them, y'all. Or I done seen before, Layla, man, might go in my closet and y'all start doing circles, scratching on the carpet. Believe me, a good mother's gonna show some type of sign of when she's ready to give birth. And usually, that first sign is gonna be nesting, y'all. Once she start nesting, then come the patting. Not too long after that, gonna come the puppies. So y'all, Molly, we got our puppies in the house. Like I said, when we got her and put her in the house in her whelping box, she already had 4 puppies, y'all. She had another 3, so she had a 7 in total, y'all. Probably around 12:30, 1 o'clock that afternoon, she had her last pup, y'all. All puppies healthy, all puppies looking good. I'll show y'all a little small glimpse of the picture that the puppies right there. Y'all, I'm not gonna officially start showing more of the dogs to maybe they're a week old, and this is the reason I say that, y'all. Well, one, I'll tell you this, y'all. The puppies, all of them, we're gonna be rehoming. 2 of them are already called for. So we got 3 are already called for, y'all. So we got another 4 puppies left looking for homes, y'all. don't wait, y'all. Don't wait. If you're interested, man, contact me. Let me know, y'all. These are going to be some excellent pups right here. You don't want to miss out. Like I said, she's had them 7 puppies, y'all. They're doing good in the house right now. I'm only going to be out here for a second. Like I said, I had to do my chores out here real quick. Going to be back inside with her. And I don't want to show the pups to the first week, even the people that had already got their first, second, and third pick, y'all. I'm not going to take individual pictures and let nobody do their picks after their first week, y'all, being on earth, y'all, being alive. For the simple fact, y'all, this is my take on a lot of times with puppies and dogs. If I can get them alive through that first week, y'all, they're off to the races, y'all. They're good to go. But at the same time, man, there is issues sometimes with getting past that first week that you got to be careful of, especially depending on what type of breed you got, y'all. Sometimes there's medical issues, y'all. You got to be kind of careful. With my dog, it's not too much that, y'all, where it's something that I got to be real careful about them, that they're sensitive to, y'all. It's the mother, y'all. For the first week with my dogs, I got to be real careful that Molly, and a lot of times these big dogs, y'all, they don't lay on or squish the puppies, y'all. So usually if I can get them past that first week, y'all, they got enough weight on them. And at the same time, even if the mother do lay on them, y'all, they're able to crawl from up under her. But that first week, y'all, is real crucial, man. We done lost puppies like that before in the past. I've never had no issue where puppies came out unhealthy, y'all. For some reason, we had to put her down or the puppy didn't make it, y'all. But I have lost newborn puppies, y'all, that first week, y'all. And it's mostly been, well, it's always been me not being on point, and for some reason that mother, getting that mother, especially that first 2 or 3 days where she ain't got her energy and she's tired, and sometimes she'll end up flopping down, y'all. She laying on the puppies. So that's really a crucial point, y'all, that first week. Once I get past that first week, we good to go. So, in another 5-6 days, y'all, I'm gonna take some pictures of them, give everybody some more glimpses of them. At the same time, to contact the people that's already put down their deposits, let them start choosing their picks, y'all, and then we're gonna go from there, man. But as of right now, y'all, everything's looking good. I can't be more ecstatic, man. I'm really loving it. Other than the fact, y'all, I ain't getting no sleep. I pretty much been up all night waiting right now for my kids to get out of school, y'all, and I'm gonna go ahead and lay down for a couple hours. Still got to go to work tonight. My daughter and my son will take over the rest of the night, and I'll be back off tomorrow morning, and I'll be with them pretty much the dogs the rest of the weekend, y'all. So if we can get to, like I say, man, next Monday, man, with no issues, y'all, it's going to be a beautiful thing. But whatever happens in the meantime and in between times, best believe, man, I'm going to keep y'all updated and not going to hide nothing from y'all. Because like I say, man, this experience here, it can teach somebody something, y'all. So best believe, man, I'm definitely going to give it to you. With that being said, man, Layla, y'all. Layla's getting close, y'all. We gonna have another litter dropping in another week, y'all. So make sure, if you ain't already subscriber, man, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button. Hit that little black notification bell so you don't miss nothing we got going on, man. Because we will be on point this time, man. Layla, she's already in the house. I already got her whelping box made up, y'all. So we're keeping her in that box a little bit more, other than keeping her in her kennel at night, y'all, just in case, man. Just like Molly, y'all, she starts shooting them out before we're ready or we lay it down, y'all. She's already in a position and prepared and set up and ready, y'all, to have them puppies. But with that being said, man, ain't too much more going on, y'all. Like I said, man, I want to give y'all more information, man. I'm sorry if this video ain't coming out like I want. Man, your boy tired right now, y'all. Your boy tired, and I ain't gonna get much more sleep, y'all. Like I say, y'all, for this first week, man. After the first week, Molly's out that red area where I ain't got too much worry about her laying on them puppies, y'all. I ain't gonna have to worry about her laying on the puppies. And I want to show y'all something too, man. That picture right there is actually the whelping box. that I'm using to keep Molly in, man. If y'all notice in that whelping box, y'all notice some little white sides going around the box, y'all. And then I'm gonna show y'all a couple other pictures of different whelping boxes, from pre-made to actually at the same time too homemade whelping boxes. If y'all notice around all them whelping boxes, they got them little panels at the bottom. What them are for right there is to make sure that the mother, for no reason, or the mother cannot squish the puppies, y'all, accidentally. A lot of times, you know, with Molly, I got her an issue with her laying on them. But sometimes in puppies, man, especially like my dogs, y'all, pretty much as soon as they was coming out, y'all, a couple hours after coming out the mama, y'all, they was already moving around all around that whelping box, y'all. So a lot of times, these bigger massive puppies, y'all, even before they can open up their eyes and see, y'all, they can walk around and get behind the mama sometimes and get squished, y'all. So that's what them sides are pretty much made for, to kind of keep the puppies, help them out from not being able to get squished by the mother. But at the same time too, you got to be careful, y'all. And I just say that and show y'all that just to let y'all know, y'all, is this a universal issue that anybody with dogs got to deal with. And that's my biggest issue, like I say, with these massive dogs, y'all. That first week, just trying to make sure none of the pups get stepped on, none of them get squished. They make it past that first week, y'all, we're good to go. With that being said, man, y'all know I don't start with it, I'm always gonna finish with it. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, so y'all don't miss nothing we got going on, man. It's gonna be exciting. These next couple of weeks and months, man, as these puppies drop. Like I say, man, Molly got her 7. Last time Layla had her first litter with Lucky, y'all, they had 13, man. She's swollen up. Ain't no telling how many she gonna have this time. So leave in the comments how much y'all think, man, she's gonna have, y'all. And I might have something for the winner, y'all, if somebody picks the right answer. With that being said, man, I appreciate y'all coming through. We're gonna catch y'all next time. We out.
Wow, that episode was amazing. See? I knew you would like this show. Can we watch one more? No, that was the newest one. We'll have to wait until next week. Next week? You got me hooked on a new show that's only 4 episodes into the first season?